Hello, hello. Hello, it gets better, fam. Hi. How's it going? Ooh. It's me, dear. Here to tell you it gets better. How's it going, everybody? What's up? Hi, Rose. Hi, Silas. Hi, Doladar. I'm so excited for my very second, well, technically it's my third outing with It Gets Better. Very, very nice. I've got water. Cheers. Some exciting news. I decided to set up a new scene for today's stream because something about my setup has changed since last month when I stopped by It Gets Better to do a little makeup session. And you know what that is? Can we get some dear Leias in the chat, please? Oh, did it say Leia? Because I did this. That's why it says Leia. I have to change that actually. Dola, thank you. I must have implemented it incorrectly. So let me do that. And then I can maybe change this one. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let me change. Let me go back and edit all of them. Copy. Here we go. I love that Dola's like, what is that? I think that's perfect. And then we go here. Woo! Perfect. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, y'all, in case any of you are new here, or if you're new to me, or if you're coming with me over here, just to give you a little heads up, my name is Dear Let's Play with Shafir. I am a streamer that has been on the platform for about 7 years. My 7-year anniversary is actually coming up, which is very, very exciting. I'm a drag queen. I like horror video games. That's why my tagline is Play What You Fear. And I have partnered with It Gets Better as an ambassador this season, and I'm so excited because I love It Gets Better. I think that we can change the face of the video game industry. We can change the face of just the world, the nation, by being ourselves and being unapologetic and just being authentic and positive, because we're not just queer people, we are people. So there are many different parts of us and many different facets of us, and you know, I'm here to let you know we're cute, we're existing, and we're not going anywhere. So if anyone out there is struggling, it will get better. Find your community, do the things that you love and that you have interest in, and don't pay no mind to those people that have bad things to say. And without further ado, Leia. Leia's here. Hi, Leia. Hi, baby. She's licking her paw. Finally. Oh! Not me setting up this whole scene and she leaves. You better come here. Oop, not this side. Everyone, say hello to Leia. This is my Leia, baby. Baby. Hi, baby. Look at her little face. Exactly, Roselle Red. So true. Hey, honey. I don't have any makeup on, so I can do this. Hey, baby. Okay. You did get fur on my face. She's so pissed. She has a little bit of an RBF. You'll find. But also she hates my lights. My lights are beautiful. I love them. They're iconic. They're perfect. But they are quite bright. Actually, when Yovska visited a few weeks ago, she was like, it's very, like, your lights are very bright. And I'm like, I gotta show off my beauty. Leia is singing in the other room. She believes in It Gets Better. She loves it. She just goes nuts for It Gets Better. Sing it, girl. Sing it, girl. It sure does get better. So if Leia does come back, we have a be right back with her. We have this scene for just chatting with her. But for now, she has left the room. So we are going to, yeah, Yovska streams in darkness, honestly. Honestly. Okay. Let's just, oh, hello, Lady Lay. Hello, Lady Lay. Do you like that new emote, the moon emote? She is screaming. I mentioned this last time I streamed with It Gets Better, but my mom loves It Gets Better. She loves queer people, just period. But she also loves queer joy and just like queer, like positive, uplifting stories. Like she loves the logo channel because it's just all queer stories. But she is so stoked about me being an It Gets Better ambassador because she just loves, like, I remember when some of the first It Gets Better videos came out, it was like in 2010, and it's just like, you know, queer celebrities being like, you know, I was teased in school, but I was able to grow up, I was able to leave my small town, and I was able to find my community. And I think that that is just the coolest kind of thing that my mom just like she's like, when is your next one? And you know, this is an exclusive intel, exclusive information. I think that my mom might want to appear on this channel at some point. Do you think that we would enjoy that? Maybe a little Gazelma outing. Yovska streams in darkness. Honestly, Yovska really does. The lights are basically off. I would live. Wouldn't that be iconic? So glad to see the makeup and talk about queer shit because it's friendlier. Yeah, absolutely. What time is it there, Rose? Are you in France, or did you just visit France? Gluing the browsies. Hi, Saint Taco. I think I'll get her too. I've mentioned it to her and she's like, I could be the star of It Gets Better. I'm like, Mom, it's to inspire. It's not for the clout. She's silly. She was just joking. Okay, we're gluing the brows. I think today's makeup look is going to be inspired by the colors of It Gets Better. So I think like purpley, pinky, a bit of orange will be really fun. I'm in fact French, sadly. Sadly? Bonjour. It's midnight. Not too bad. It's 3 p.m. here in California. What is my puss doing in there? She is being too much, I think. I think your mom deserves to be the star. Absolutely. So I think talking a little bit about coming out would be really nice. Does anyone have any coming out stories they'd like to share? I can share mine. I was born to two parents that are very, very loving, accepting, kind, compassionate, and happen to have gay, queer, like, friends. I remember we stayed with one of my parents' friends when I was younger, and he had like erotic, but not like full on, but like erotic, like semi-nudes, like pictures, and they were all of men, and I'm like, it didn't like, I like thinking back, I was like 10 or something, or somewhere around there, and it didn't like make an impression on me, like it didn't turn me gay or anything, but I was just like, that's interesting. I just loved video games at the time. I remember I got the Turok action figure of some girl in the game, but that's just an example of my parents having queer friends. So I grew up with loving, accepting parents, and so they let me just be who I was, and I loved Barbies, and I loved girl characters in movies, and I feel like I just was gay from as soon as I could have like a sense of self. I was just me. But when I was in high school, my parents were like, they like sat me down, they're like, are you gay? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, why didn't you tell us? And I'm like, because you've treated me with nothing but acceptance for forever, so like, why do I have to say it to you? And they're like, oh, okay. And I remember my mom was like, okay, well, what should we have for dinner? Like the conversation moved so fast away from it, which is nice. Mine is dark. I don't think so. That's fine. It's only if you're comfortable. I hate being French, especially in the last few days or years. I understand. There's a lot happening over there. I loved seeing you at the show, though. Speaking beautiful French and English, doing it all. Singing, performing. It was gorgeous. This better not awaken something in me. Do y'all follow Adam Talks? Adam Ellis. He's an artist. He used to work for BuzzFeed, but now he does his own thing, and he has an Instagram and Patreon and all that stuff. There's this one comic he made where it's like him as a child. It's like going to the movies, and it says Batman and Robin, and he's watching the movie. And then it has him as a little kid leaving the theater, and he's just saying to himself, so I'm definitely not straight. Because in Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin, they have like sculpted like body pieces, and like they have nipples for some reason. Like I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but it is wild. I'm probably around his age, because I feel like that movie came out in like 1997, and I was like young enough to like enjoy it as a kid, but also be like, wow, everyone's hot in this movie. All I remember is the nipples and the credit card. Oh yeah, the credit card. He's like, I don't go anywhere without it. You don't remember Uma Thurman? My coming out consisted of my mother and I sitting in front of the TV watching Cops, and her looking at me and saying, are you gay? Yes. Oh, okay. And then we resumed watching. That's nice, Silas. You know, I'm very grateful for my parents being like super kind, supportive, really cool. But I know that that's not the reality for a lot of people. And I can't even like myself imagine, but I can I know for a fact that it's hard out there for a lot of people, and that's why it's good to have positive influences about and representation of queer people. But I'm one of the lucky ones, and my heart goes out to anyone out there, whether you're here or you're out there and I'm just speaking it into the world. Like, my heart goes out to people that are struggling and with family members and situations where they can't really be themselves, or they have to code switch, or just, you know, they're in danger or worse. Hi, Holly. Hi, dear, on the It Gets Better channel. Hello. I almost got forced to come out when I still wasn't sure about my bisexuality by extended family, and other than that, when I was actually ready and talked with my parents, they were fine with it. That's really nice. They're just uninterested. Well, that's better than nothing. I'm trying to get them to have some LGBTQIA awareness, and I feel like I have to force them to look a bit more into the importance of active support. There is definitely a difference between, like, there's a difference from like active hate and resistance to then going into the middle to like indifference, which is better, but it's not good. But indifference can lead to active support, like you mentioned. So I hope that they continue to want to know more about you and more about what your identity means to you, because indifference still leaves room for hate, you know? I came out in Vegas, and I get to go back to Vegas in October. Woo! Oh, Batman and Robin was the crotch and booty shots. Joel Schumacher, gay director, so he really made something for all the like the male gaze. Like, it's not just the male gaze, but it's the male like gaze. Also, Batgirl. I mean, there was something for everybody in that movie, I think. I recently was looking at Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy, like, makeup and hair, just because I, to this day, find it fascinating. The art direction when it came to the costuming and the makeup and the wigs and, like, the set design, like, just the colors were incredible. I think that the script needed a lot of work. The acting needed a lot of work. But just the movie itself, just the way it looked, the visuals, fierce. Hi, Ghostface's husband. We're talking about Batman and Robin. Because I mentioned, so we were just talking a little bit about coming out and stuff like that. And feel free to share if you would like to, but no pressure. We were just sharing how, you know, everybody comes out in a different way. And I talked about Adam Ellis made a comic book about how he, as a child, it's just like a one-page comic, but he went to the Batman and Robin like premiere as a young kid, and it has him like going to the theater and then like sitting in the chair like watching, and then it has him leaving looking puzzled, and he's like, so I'm definitely not straight, because that movie was made by Joel Schumacher in 1997, and honey, that movie is gay. Have I seen the trailer for his terrible horror movie? Is he the one that made The Brotherhood? Because watching a Joel Schumacher movie in 1997, so true, Open Milk, so true. Okay. So I don't know if he's the one. Adam Ellis has a movie based on a Twitter thread he made coming out. Oh, right. I haven't seen the trailer, but I remember his Twitter thread. So it's like the little boy that's like talking to him in the corner of his room or whatever. Yeah. I thought you meant Joel Schumacher. So just talking about gay movies really quick. There's a movie called The Brotherhood, and I've never seen it. But I remember that it just has like hot, hunky guys on the cover, and it's like about vampires in school or something. And I remember my dad got the VHS from Goodwill because my dad would just buy any VHS of a horror movie because we would, me, my brother, my dad, we would just watch horror movies. And I never got to watch it, but I was like, that looks like a Sean Cody kind of like thing. And then years later, I for some reason was watching like queer representation or like inferred queer representation in film, and it was on the Wikipedia. So the Brotherhood is like made by a gay director, and it's like gay softcore, just like eye candy kind of horror with just like hot guys. I don't know, never seen it, but it's funny that my dad got the VHS for some reason. I wish the FNAF character made better personal choices. Definitely not a voice for our generation or our community. Didn't he sell off the rights to the franchise? But I guess it's like a J.K. Rowling kind of thing. I wonder how many people realized they were gay by watching Sleepaway Camp. Oh my gosh, everyone is so hot in that movie. Well, all the men. All the men camp counselors are so hot, and then all the girls are like frumpy. And it's probably because of the ending, like it's taking into account like the ending in a way. How it's like the women have to have a little bit of modesty. I don't know. Interesting though. I'm sure he's getting residuals. Exactly. That's what I meant. That's what I was touching upon a little bit. Joel Schumacher is just the pre-2000s Ryan Murphy. I guess I could see that. Yeah. Oh yes, Friday the 13th. I love those 80s, 70s and 80s movies because it was like sort of like equal opportunity eye candy, which when you go into the 90s and the 2000s, you sort of lose that for men a bit, especially in like video games. Like it's all eye candy of women, which women are great, but there is something interesting about 70s and 80s films like being exploitive of like everybody. It's interesting. So feel free to share anything about your coming out stories if you're interested. I'd love to know. We're here together as a loving and beautiful community, and It Gets Better has brought us together today earlier than I usually stream, which is very, very slay. And so I'd love to get to know y'all a little bit better with coming out stories if you want to share, if you don't want to, or if you just want to touch upon it a little bit. I just love to read a little bit more about y'all. Alex Vaz. Oh, Alex Vaz. So she's the that's the girl with the dark hair, and the actress was on that 70s show, right? The men were walking around in cutout shirts and booty shorts. Like that was so slay. Absolutely. I can't think of like being younger, like who was the first person I was attracted to? I can't really think of any, but I know that it was definitely superheroes. Like, do you remember like in the 90s, superheroes both in video games, but mostly comics and TV shows, I think, animated, like the X-Men animated series. Like I was like, wow. Hi, Murgoat. But like my mind goes to, I had like, there was some sort of like movie theater tie-in with comic books, because I remember I had a cup and I had like a popcorn container and it had Superboy on it. Do y'all remember Superboy in the 90s? It was Superman, but his younger years, before he became Superman. And he had like this, like, he had an undercut, like he had long on the, like not long, but like sort of long on the top with like waves, sunglasses, undercut, and like a leather jacket, like a cropped leather jacket with like a tight bodysuit under it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be him or if I want to kiss him, but something's going on. Mine was Isabella Rossellini in Death Becomes Her. Oh my god, with the where she's topless and it's just jewelry. She's so beautiful in that movie. I came up by posting my sexuality on Snapchat. Wow, brave. What's the gayest game you ever played? Probably Coming Out on Top, where all the guys get to know each other really well. But to be honest, I think The Last of Us had like tons of queer characters, which was really cool. I know Street Fighter, like there were rumors, like not Street Fighter, Final Fight, like as a kid there's like at recess playground rumors like the girl with the pink hair is a man, you know. And that's, I mean, like for little kids to talk like that, it made an impression on me. Like, that's interesting, I want to know more about her. Like some people would react in other ways, but like for me, Birdo and Poison, like as a little kid on the playground, I'm just like, these characters are cool. Why are they so cool? Why are they why are these characters taking their destiny into their own hands and being who they want to be rather than who everyone else is telling them they have to be? That's inspiring. Looking back at my childhood, the moments I realized that I was pan, I would watch Disney's Austin and Ally, and I liked the character Austin Moon, and you liked him a lot. I don't know that show, but it's cool how media just speaks to us in different ways. And that's why representation is so important, because like we all know that being queer is pretty harmless. But other people, there's so many misconceptions and lies and stuff like that, and it's important to be more realistic, because we all know like queer people are just people. I was obsessed with Aurora. Aurora is fierce. I will say it's sad that she doesn't have that much development. Like she's sort of asleep / dead for a lot of the movie, but she's really, really pretty. And I love her Briar Rose outfit. And I know it's like trite for like the princesses just to just be like, oh, I want a boyfriend, I want a boyfriend. But I think that just seeing her for the little bit we get to see her, I mean, she loves animals. She likes to dance. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. It was a Disney show? Yes, I know the name, but I just haven't seen it. Hi, Nicole. I was just thinking about you today, Nicole, because being on a different channel and, you know, having some of the same audience show up, but sometimes have a new audience show up at a little bit too. It's just like a different vibe, and it reminds me of Airtime. Remember Airtime? Remember Airtime? That was a different world. That was a different time. The gray dress with the headband, exactly, with the corset on top. Airtime was fun, Silas. Silas, you know, even though that opportunity, because it was a paid opportunity, it did dry up eventually, but it was fun for what it was. Hi, Glam Fairy. How are you? Hi, Malcaroni. Y'all ever play character games like Sims and make yourself in there and date the same gender? Oh my gosh. I would play games and like, you know, like back in the day, you'd only have like, you know, if you're the boy character, you can date girls. If you're the girl character, you could date boys. Well, I would sometimes make like a sort of butch girl. Like I would make my drag self in some games, like my idea of like before I was a drag queen, but like my idea of drag in some games. But then I would sometimes make like a butch girl and be like, she's a boy and date the boys. I'm a pansexual cis woman. My parents are diehard conservative Republicans, and I never said anything until recently except trying to educate them. Yeah, sometimes you just have to navigate that way. Married to a straight cis man. Recently went to a Renaissance fair with my parents, and it came up, so I just spilled. My mom asked how my husband felt about that. OMG, our community saved me and all that surrounding gays. Lovingly popped up out of nowhere for support. Next thing I knew, my dad was kissing a man on the lips. Oh my goodness. That is quite the twist and turn of a story. But I love that. You never know. I mean, some people will seem like they'd react one way and then they totally surprise you, but at the same time, it can be scary because what if they respond the way you think they will? You want to do drag inspired by Aurora? You need to. It's not you want to, it's that you need to. That would be glorious. I looked at Airtime recently and they totally changed their brand and it's some AI chatbot platform. Yeah, they're figuring stuff out. Hi Queen Bee, what foundation is that? I used Estee Lauder Maximum Cover. Pretty right. Hi Kukan. Mexi, I know that you have a lot of gorgeous queer interests. And you divulged that your brother is gay, and even bigger, quote unquote, something that I will not say on It Gets Better's channel. But I want to know, for you, and if you know your brother is like, brother's answer as well, I'm curious, like, when you were a kid, what was like the gayest, like, memory, like young memory, like loving a pop star or loving the girl character or wanting the Sailor Moon doll, you know, like what is your youngest like, oh you're that way kind of memory? I know for me, this is ridiculous, but you know, as a little kid, you think that Santa just really is just this magical being that will make your dreams come true. I wanted nothing more than to have Batman Returns Catwoman outfit as like a 5-year-old. I just wanted to have the latex outfit with the whip, and I remember like when I was obsessed with that movie, whatever age that was. But like for a few months, I was like, I would lay in bed and I'd just be like, I'd like say out loud, I'd be like, Santa, I hope that I can get a Catwoman outfit. And you know what my parents got me? My mother, it had to be my mom. My dad is very supportive, but he's not gonna go out there finding like, you know, that stupid thing that we want. I got a pink t-shirt that had a Catwoman picture on it, and like I remember it was like her either holding a cat or her like booping a cat on the nose. It was her interacting with a cat in some way, and it was the Batman Returns Catwoman like with the latex outfit and everything, but it was just like an illustration on a pink shirt when I was like, it was like kindergarten grade, and I loved it. I was like, this is the next best thing to having a Catwoman outfit. Oh my gosh, when she plays with all the animals. Yes, Rose. Having others come support me really saved that moment. I'm sure. The community is amazing in that way. Thank you for sharing, Danny Hams. Hi, Shiroko. Doing the oops, I did it again choreo. Fierce. Mexi's brother stole a Lizzie McGuire DVD. I know. That's so sad. I guess the early gay signs for me were loving Sailor Moon, picking the girl characters in fighting games, liking cute aesthetics, things like that. Yeah, me too. I can relate to that completely. Wanting to be the Pink Ranger and not settling for anything else. I'm just gonna like say it. There's a lot of things thrown at our community, misconceptions, misrepresentations, just flat out lies. And people will be like, you're grooming, you're grooming. You know what's grooming is having all the cute shit belong to the girls. You know, if boys had cuter things to play with, maybe we wouldn't. I'm just like being silly. But, you know, the gender roles are the problem. And it's not my fault that you make makeup look all pretty and glittery and nice, and then you say, not for you. I say, fuck your double standards, do what you want, be gay, do crimes. I was obsessed with Keira Knightley in Pirates. Why is, okay, I need to just be ridiculous really quick. Why is Keira Knightley so beautiful and pretty? And like, I'm not saying that she shouldn't be beautiful and pretty, but she's beautiful and pretty on the first cover, the second cover, and the third cover, like the movie poster. But in the second movie and the third movie, she's a swashbuckling sailor with everybody else. But they put her like pretty in a corset with her hair blowing on the poster. Represent her. She's not that girl anymore. She's not the girl in the corset. She's not the damsel in distress. She is a pirate. So you should show her as that. I had a Catwoman bubble bath toy in the shape of her body, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, Mexi, that's fierce. Hi, Queen Bree. Sorry, I'm missing some of the comments. Lady is here, dear. Another black lip tonight. Ooh. 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 It'll cover your sins, your mom's sins, and your neighbor's sins. Absolutely. My coming out was actually kind of similar to Silas. My mother's question was a touch negative. I came out to all my friends in the 9th grade first, which was shocking since I'm a flaming queen in a tiny town. You already had your purses. Randomly one night, my mother asked me, "You're not gay, are you?" Oh no. Which I do find out later she didn't realize she asked the question in such a negative tone. But because it was a negative tone, it made me want to just be sassy back. So I turned to her and said, "Yep, I sure am." Ooh. You went there. At least that was a little bit like, I mean, it could have been worse, I guess. I'm just like the one to like look at like multiple outcomes, and like that is better than it could have been, but it wasn't at all perfect. But was she okay with it? She was super accepting after that moment and never added me to any family members, not even my dad. Wow, she kept your secret. Let's go. Always told me she would never take my power away by outing me to others. That's good. Now she's the mother to 2 very queer children, and my parents are super supportive. That's nice. It all worked out in the end. But they don't. Didn't you say that they don't love your business? Or did I infer that? Because I think that you shared once, like, oh, not everyone like understands or supports. Because Glam Fairy is an artist. They didn't understand it. Well, they understood your expensive lifestyle, I'm sure. All the nice things you can do with your very successful business. It was hard identifying with characters like Elwood's and being told like emulating her wasn't masculine. I know, she's a girl boss. It's like, it just seems like you're setting things up for failure. Like, you're making these strong characters in pop culture, and then you're saying like, no, only one type of person can relate to this. And it's like, no, I'm gonna infer what I infer. And if it's inspiring to me, it's inspiring to me. So, fuck you. Can we swear on the It Gets Better channel? F your beauty standards, F your, you know, gender roles. It ain't just a hobby. T. Opa's mom still asks if I've found a job ever. I talked to her. So Dola, how's the job search going? You being an artist, a paid working artist. Dare I say, successful woman of the world? What would these people say about what I do? I'm a drag queen, and some people don't even know what that is. They can't even wrap their head around it. And then I also am a content creator, streamer. Like, I've chosen to become a nun. I'm headed to be cloistered at the nun factory. Cloister, isn't that Pokemon? Nerd. Hi Tori Disney, what's up? Welcome. It took me so long to come out as non-binary because so many outlets in my life shamed expressing gender in different ways. So sorry, Mel. That's why I'm like so grateful for the internet, because the internet like connects us all. It used to be like you had to go to the Gay Straight Alliance, which can only offer so many resources. You had to go to the gay club, but like what if they only cater to one type of audience? Like the internet is fantastic because you can find people from so many different communities. And that's why I love Twitch so much. Twitch, TikTok, you know, just being able to connect with people over like similar interests and make it turn into something even more than just connecting. Like you can make it into pastimes, you can make it into a living, you can like do so many different things. It's so cool. From Tumblr. Tumblr was that girl in so many ways until it died. Tumblr was amazing for queer people. That's how Maxie and I met. That's true, Rose. That is true. A nun factory could be fun. Meet me at the nun factory. You may go back. That's good, Dola. I mean, I imagine that a lot of people are going back to it these days because Twitter is weird. I'm just gonna be frank. Rebranding it X and saying, we don't want porn on this. Those are sort of conflicting. Like, I thought that it was gonna be a porn site. That's what it looks like. My app still has the bird on my phone. I'm still telling you, I think that he's trying to tank it on purpose because like it made a fool of him and it's continuing to make a fool of him. So I feel like he's trying to kill it like to prove a point, but it's like you're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. I mean, I guess money to a trillionaire is nothing. You can't even use X because Facebook owns it? No way. No way. I think he's tanking it to because they made a fool of him, or this is just my theory, or he wants to make all that money back in a tax break, so he's trying to like make it go bankrupt so he can collect like insurance or something. Something like that. There's something up. Like you can't make so many bad decisions, but who knows? I don't know. All I know is I'm queer. I fear I'm queer. I have no fear that we're here being stars. So I want to be inspired by the It Gets Better kind of logo here. So purple, pink, and orange. And I think I had so much fun doing pink on the eyes yesterday, so I think I'll do pink with purple in a sort of different kind of way. Not different, but it'll make sense. It'll make sense later. Isn't his kid with Grimes named X? Who knows? I can't believe that they got together. That's wild. It just sounds like... It all sounds like a sitcom. Strong password. That's nuts. What are they gonna go by once they're like a person with thoughts and ideas? What's a pirate complex? He kills Twitter and defaults on the loan he got to buy it. His fiscal liability is significant, and it also opens him up to lawsuits from the Tesla board because he put like 6% of the total Tesla stock up as collateral. That's interesting, Silas. That's interesting. It's all very strange to me, but it's none of my business. I'm just a drag queen doing what I do, you know? Oh, X marks the spot. Oh my gosh. SpaceX has the name X in it. I guess he just likes that letter. Okay. Putting like a baby pink here because I think it'll be really pretty. Pre-PayPal, was he associated with PayPal? I don't even know his lore. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. So I'm sort of doing the opposite that I did yesterday, where it's like a pink at the inner eye and then purple. And I think I could like add a touch of orange to this, but we're gonna see if I can pull that off. Oh my gosh, Silas, it's wild. Tried to rename PayPal X. Why? He just has bad ideas. Anyway. No big deal. Here, are you excited for Saw X? Yes. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I wonder if it'll be like a full-on reboot or if they're gonna try to like incorporate the story of the old ones. In any case, it'll be interesting. Yes. Thank you for informing though, Silas. So I'm trying to incorporate the It Gets Better logo colors with purple, pink, and then a touch of orange. It's taking place between 2 and 3. Is Amanda the pig coming back? Is Shawnee Smith confirmed to appear? Hi, Irina. What's up? Maybe so. Could be nice. Look at this purple. That is pretty. Wow. They just posted a pic of the pig on Twitter. Fierce. That's exciting. Ooh. They're having a live panel. Fierce. I'm surprised they didn't have one at Comic-Con. You'd think that that would be like the place, you know? Mal, you mentioned to Mexi that you're a photographer. Do you ever do beauty shots, like of makeup and stuff? It's at a horror convention. Fierce. Ugh, I want to go to a horror convention. I used to go when I was a teenager. So much fun. Fun. Mel's gonna use me as a model. That's nice. I wouldn't say I'm a photographer, I just enjoy taking aesthetic pictures. Gotcha. Well, that's nice too. Aesthetic. The touch of orange there. Okay. Let's put some eyeliner. You're a trained actor, but I love all the arts. I think writing is my strongest skill. I love poetry. Ooh, that's cool. Good for you. That's the like storybook like queer thing is I'm an artist. And I'm not saying that to knock you at all. I'm talking from my own experience. It's like I'm an artist. I like it. Hi, Euphoria Caramel. I have a pin that says emerging artist I got at the Whitney Museum. That's so cute. So true. There's this tweet that I think of. Every once in a while. And I mention it on my own stream sometimes. But it's this old tweet and I just love it so much. Someone like wrote out a scenario. And they're like, oh, you're gay married? Which one of you is the artist and which one of you has insurance? And I think it's so silly and also so true. I'm the artist and all my boyfriends have been the insurance. Absolutely. I like how there's 2 more sexy hours of the stream. I know, Silas, can you believe it? I think we're making record time. I'm the one that has insurance, although I'm single. Well, that's good. You're looking for your artist then, even though you're an artist yourself. That means you can appreciate their art, whoever they are. Slides up to the main in the bar. You look like you have a 401k. Oh. Wow. So true. Is that how you pick them, Silas? Ooh, these colors are pretty. Also, artists are insufferable. I can say this because I'm an artist. How dare you? How dare you say that to me? I say dramatically in a way which turns off many. I'm always the one with the 401k. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it gets better signed up for all this conversation. Our conversations are everywhere. But I love it. I love it because that's who we are. We're silly. Lady Lay, what lip are you wearing tonight? Oh wait, you're off today, right? No, you're off Sundays and Mondays, right? Oh, but today is Sunday. Wait. Sunday, Monday, right? Or is it Monday, Tuesday? I'm getting all turned around. What palettes am I using? I'm using the Extravaganza palette for the deepest purple, and then the rosy kind of tones is the Norvina palette volume 5, and then I added a little bit of orange from the Kimchi Orange Citrus Queen palette. It's my gorgeous day off, yeah, but you're making up your missed stream today, right? No, make it up tomorrow. I'm just teasing. Sometimes we can't make up our days that we need off. I live on an island in the future, I fear. That's what everybody says, lady. Come up with something new. Not a soaking clock. Sundays and Mondays, I see. And Lady Lay is on an island, so it is currently Sunday, not Saturday. It's Saturday for many of us. It's Saturday 4:05 p.m. on Saturday the 29th for me. When I had to miss stream because I had no water, I streamed DVD, Chicken Run, and Resident Evil Death Island in Discord. You didn't let me know that, lady. You didn't reach out with that information. Chicken Run the movie or Chicken Run the game? Because there is I believe a PS2 game, or maybe it was a Dreamcast game. It's 6:03. Oh, nice. Oh, you must be Central Time, right? Good. Central, fierce. Okay, our eyebrows are eyebrowing. Ooh. I fear you were live at the time, and I wasn't going to tell you to not be live and come watch. I added everyone in Discord, though. I fear Chicken Run movie. Yeah. It's rude of you to not come to my stream and self-promote. Am I streaming on my own channel? I am Murgoat. I'll be going live later on this evening, but we're having a nice little get ready with me here. I love It Gets Better, so I'm honored to be an ambassador and to be able to celebrate and uplift their message, because I think it's so important. Thank you, Dola, for the info. It Gets Better is all about just uplifting your own community and letting other people know if you're queer, you're here, you can exist, you can have a happy, happy, wonderful life. And any pain, any discomfort, any, you know, discouraging things happening, it's not forever, because the community is out there. Hi, Jules. Eyebrows are interesting. I think I'm embodying the logo, don't you think? Also, speaking of It Gets Better, did anyone see my tweet? Because even in drag, it can get better. I posted an old picture. Honey, it was yikes. Did you know I was just meant to not have hot water that day? Then I went to do my dishes and shower and do some laundry that night, and my water had gone. The people doing the work on the apartments fucked up and broke shit. Oh no. Is that was the video of the shower that Chad received from you? Was that not a meme? That was your shower? When I came out, my parents were divorced, so I had to tell them separately. My mom was very supportive, but my dad was not, so I cut him out of my life. He was so toxic. Oh my gosh, Margot, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm grateful your mother was supportive, but your father not being supportive, that's awful. That was your shower? Lady, that's wild. Margot, I'm so grateful that you're part of this community, because we can't ever forget that there's hard times and that we're stronger together. Family isn't always by blood. Thank you for sharing. Lady, are you gonna play more of Resident Evil 1? I loved watching you. I know that I was yanking your chain a little bit about like some of the puzzles and like finishing it and stuff, but like I genuinely love that game and I love you, and it was so fun getting to watch it. Like it was literally a dream come true. Like when I saw that you were playing that, I was like like my life was, I was wilding. Hi Hawk Dog, what's up? Drag queens are our saviors. I love drag because it's colorful, it's fun, it lets you be like, you know, an individual, lets you stand out, it lets you perform, it lets you do all these different things. It can really like unlock like your alter ego, but also because it's theatrical and dramatic, it can lead into important conversations. I'm a huge believer in that. I think that's why like Drag Race is so beloved, and like drag in any way, like a drag show, drag on the internet, drag anywhere, like it is so powerful. It's eye-catching, but it also enables people to have tough conversations and face tough realities and stuff like that. I love those games so much, I have to replay them. Look at those monsters! What was it that I mentioned? Lady, you can be vague if you need to. Did I show you a new version? Or mention a new version? Okay, these eyebrows are eyebrowing. Okay. I'm new to Twitch. Welcome. Make sure to follow the It Gets Better channel for more amazing content. I'm just a mere guest. But the channel is live several times a week with lots of amazing queer content creators all the time. I saw just Ryan on here yesterday playing DBD. Those are fun. It looks good. Why, thank you. Let's fill in the liner. Makes all the colors pop. I don't know why, but Every Time by Britney is stuck in my head. Okay, so we've been talking about like being queer and especially how pop culture influenced us and our tastes and our personalities and stuff like that. So I want to know, for those that are around my age group and grew up in the 90s, or those that still appreciate this subject, who is your favorite Sailor Scout? And I want to know your favorite inner senshi and outer senshi. So, for example, my favorite inner is Sailor Mars, because she wears a high heel and a pump and she's sassy and she's got long, free-flowing hair and she doesn't take no shit. And my favorite outer is Sailor Uranus, because she is a bad bitch and she challenges gender norms, and she is blonde and she wears dark colors. Love her. Inner would be Sailor Mars, absolutely. What? Malcaroni, please what? Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne is my favorite Sailor. Oh, Lady Lay, what are you talking about, please? I do not understand you and your ways. You need to watch Sailor Moon. I feel like you'd like it. It's so silly and cute. It's on Hulu. I actually watched the first episode of like the redubbed original series and I was living. I was sliving, actually. Luna was so cute. I wanted to puke. Luna being voiced by Michelle Ruff, though, that was weird. I'm like, that's what's her face from Bleach. That's Jill Valentine. Like, I was caught off guard by that, but it was still cute. Hi, Eve. Eve, what's up? Who's your favorite Sailor Scout? Please be honest. I'll stick to my 90s iconery. I haven't seen it in so long where like I know the difference, but I couldn't tell you like exactly what. So I was living, I was loving. I have to be honest, you don't like Sailor Moon. It's fine. I've never watched Sailor Moon ever, I think, but I like the blue one. Mercury? She's the nerd. Are you the nerd? Eve? I'm just teasing. She's cute. That'll work. Remember when Chad was shook because you correctly said Mercury was boring? Correctly? I just don't, you know, she's not main character energy for me. Which is fine, not everyone can be. Not everyone can be the deer of the It Gets Better channel on today specifically. Today's date, the 29th of July. From 3 to 6. Kunzai and Zoisai, I don't remember them, to be honest. But I watched the first episode and loved it, so like maybe I'll rewatch. I mean, not rewatch, but like watch all of it. I have to, Maxie, that lady, that thing that I told you all about, I recorded it, but I need to make something with it, but it's very fierce. Where is the thing? So you ask who my favorite is and everyone says she's boring. Well, You haven't watched it, so you don't know. And it's for you to decide when you watch. She has cool boots, though. They made Zoisite a woman in the OG English dub, but they're gorgeously gay. Oh, fierce. Just like how I remember Fisheye. Fisheye was a boy. Fierce, pretty. I will say I think Sailor Moon could be Goku. When is Sailor Moon gonna be added to Fortnite? Mexi would lose their shit. Mexi, how would you feel? Mexi's staring. I will say, are there any confirmed characters that are gay or queer in some way in Fortnite? I know they've had like queer collections, like they've had like Pride kind of stuff. Think about Googling orange hydroliner. What is that? What's hydroliner? If I was inspired by the It Gets Better ambassador logo, I think it's turning out really nice. I will say that the electric cake liners that ABH made are fantastic, and I wish that they would make more because I think they're discontinued. And they changed my life. Oh, the cake liners, got you. They're discontinued. Can you believe that? It's so sad. Princess Fish, Sailor Moon skin when? Oh my gosh. There's Joy, who's queer, and Dreamer, who's trans, that have skins in Fortnite. That's fierce. Representation is so important. Put me in there. I'm gonna become a Fortnite streamer that just plays the only up and only down modes. The way that Holly was so upset with me. I was like, do you want to play Fortnite with me? And she was like, I would like nothing more. And then I'm like, join this only up, only down thing. She was so sick of me that day. Hi, Holly. I think I spilled. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. You're gonna reinstall DVD? That's nice. Holly, I love that. That'll be fun for me. Ooh, this eye is done. Oh. I think that I need to put a little bit of orange wrapping here. Eve, you need to try like the lavender there if you do like a pinky eye. It had me gagged last night. It was like that one time where I put like yellow blending there and you're like, I have to try it. It reminded me of that. Corey, it's very sweet of you to love Eval Queen. We all love her. But don't take it too far now. Yeah, this eye. Feeling gorge. Let us blush. I'm going to use some pink blush, but also some of this Back to the Fuchsia blush. Ugh, I almost said a thing that I can't say yet. Secrets. Shh. Ooh. I must get that Norvina palette. It's amazing. All the pink is from the Norvina palette, and then I used the lavender from there too, but then I added a little bit of hot pink and blue to create the ultra purple. But I don't like Secret. Okay. Oh, I love pink. Pink blush is so nice. Eve, please do not send me rotted messages. Eve just DM'd me and said, get off the It Gets Better channel. You're a bad role model. I never claimed to be a role model. I claimed to be gay. So, I think it works. So this is the Trixie blush. I'm like adding it to this other blush. Ugh. I will say I love Trixie's blushes, but I feel like the colors are always slightly off for me, for my taste. Yeah, perfect. Actually, I want to add this highlight from this palette. Is this like too gray? No. Apply lightly. Oh. Ooh. Pretty. I need to get the one size baby pink looking one. One size. Has a baby pink blush. You don't like girl on girl? Is that in this one? Oh, that's probably my favorite, but it's a little bit light. Like it doesn't stand out that much. But it's pretty. It's very, very pretty. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I just love makeup. Literally, whenever I'm able to do a makeup, like especially on like a special channel with a special theme, like I've appeared on AMD's channel with Eval Queen. We did like a red makeup, and today we're on It Gets Better, and I'm doing like a themed makeup like the logo. It's just so nice. I love like a jumping point and an idea and just like running with it. It's so much fun. One Size does a very light baby pink cream powder highlight trio. I need to look at that. That sounds so nice. For those that enjoy blush, what is your go-to? Do you prefer peach, pink, coral, like purpley? I guess beige. Like beige is like the safest, I guess. Red, raisin. I gotta say, I don't like a raspberry for a blush. I understand that it exists and it looks great on the people that like it, but raspberry blush is my least favorite. It's very like 80s drag queen, which, you know, some of us are that, but I just don't love it. Especially if you're not of a deep skin tone. Like, don't. Booty Feet Senpai black blush. Interesting. Jinx season 5. Love a raspberry blush. Happy for you. When I think of raspberry blush, I do think of a color called Breezy, which was by MAC. And that one was so pretty. I loved it on literally anyone, but especially like a deep skin tone, like an NW50. Raisin blended with Breezy. Really pretty. Orange blush, you like an orange blush? which is nice. Why were you Googling these, Eve? This is the best stack. It's so pretty. If you mix the white with the purple, so pretty. And then the orange is just incredible. Mix the orange with the white. So good. Have you tried one size, lady? Dola, what did that say? One size has the best eyelashes. The best. Just yikes. Great. Love that. We get things 4 to 6 months later in Sephora. Oof, rough. Do you have KVD there? They have so many fun colors, lady. I'm surprised you never talk about them. They have blue and green and orange and magenta. Okay. Look is coming together, I think. Lady Lay and Eval Queen could never. Could never survive Outlast trials without me. Because I'm so good at it. Oh, you were wearing KVD, lady? No way. I had a conversation with you about 3 of their shades. Maybe, did I misunderstand? Did I think you were talking about Melt? I think I thought you were talking about Melt. I thought. You put the D in Outlast trials. I don't think that's true. I got a B+. I wore this color story yesterday. These colors? You were wearing a really pretty light lip, and you were wearing a green hair. I don't recall the colors that I saw. I was very tired. Okay, our nose is nosing. That's a cute rainbow, Tori. We'll just let that dry for a moment. I am wearing Lady's face, it's nice. I have a few Melt and a few KVD. Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have misunderstood it being Melt. Pretty. Pretty. The touch of orange is just, it's getting me. Did you see there's an only up knockoff, but it's multiplayer and you can push people? No? How do I play it? Hi, Mitt. The makeup is amazing. Thank you. I'm having fun with it today. It's called Only Climb. Holly, would you play it with me? How many people can play? Is it 4-player? Could it be you, me, Lady Lay, and Minx? And we can bring back the old crew and we can all yell at each other? That just means you'd have to invite Minx over, and one of you can be the mouse and one of you can be the keyboard. I want to yell at you all. Thank you. KVD's bluer shades are drier, but really gorge. A blurple and a blue I have, and a green I've been wearing a lot, which is not as dry as the blue. That's good. I have a blue by them, and I liked it. It was better than J-Star, that's for sure. Hi, Corey. Yeah. Okay. We're almost done here. Let's see, I'm gonna put in a contact. We're gonna set the face. We're gonna put a lash on, and then we'll do our lips. Where is the lash that I want? There it is. Got her. Your eye makeup is stunning. Thank you so much, Toasted Ravioli. Welcome to It Gets Better, where we're celebrating individuality and being yourself and being authentic, because it can mean a lot to your community. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Thank you for joining us. I'm hoping it's created in a way to last longer in the bottle than the last blue I had in that shade by said person you just mentioned. Those ones go dry so fast, I don't understand. Like, I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue on this lash. We're gonna put in the contact. We're gonna set the face and then put the lash on. I love the look of the circle lens. Just gives drama. Izakba? Owls? That sounds like a pun. Hi. Thank you so much. Is that a pun? Is that a punny name? Contact needs a little bit more moisture. Do you think so, Dola? I'm like, that looks like a pun name. Gosh. This contact does not want to go in. I love the moon emoji so much. There we go. We're gonna set the face. I need to clean my desk so bad. Wonderful. Hi, Rose Sage. I just have to get used to that. Wearing contacts is definitely fun, but it takes getting used to. Yes, Dola. Time is going. It's wild. While the lash dries a little bit longer, we'll wear a lip. I think I'm gonna break some hearts with this one. Have my case of melt. I pull out some colors. Those eyes pierced my soul. Thank you. Thank you, Rose Sage. You're sweet. No. Okay, here. Where can I get that emote from? Is it mine? It might be mine. Okay. So I'm gonna powder the mouth. I've been liking this one lately. Oh my gosh, that's cute, Rose Sage. I love it. It's a goo. What is that Pokemon's name? A goob? A gooby? Goomy, right. I was almost right. So this is Trixie's Stacy. It's gooby now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is Melt Shady Lady. on the outer sides. And Melt Darling. This is just the best color in the world. A little bit of orange. That color is killing me. Isn't it perfect? I love it so much. Okay. Let's stick our lash on. How much time did I wait? I put on a lot of glue because I want it to stay. And so I waited like 2 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But if you put just a little bit of glue, you just have to wait like 30 seconds. Hey. A big chunky piecey lash today. And the lip looks a little bit almost red in the corners, so I'm adding a touch of pink. Yeah, that's a little better to me. Oh, that's pretty. Fun stuff. What do we think? My mother is new to fake lashes, and she was in disbelief when I told her she was to wait for the glue to dry. Yes, you have to. You have to wait for the glue to dry a little. That color is killing me. I love it. Isn't it fun? I feel like it came together. I do want to just add I added a touch of yellow to try to get it like peachier, like up here. I feel like that worked. A little bit of this. NW armor, thank you. Fierce. So here's our It Gets Better look, and we've talked about a lot of fun stuff, especially queer joy, which I think is important to all of us here. A few things away here. This fucking lip. What do you think, Eve? Is it stunning to you? Thickening toasted ravioli. Thank you so much. It is sort of Barbie, and I was considering pulling inspo from Barbie today, so it's funny that we sort of, I mean, these are sort of Barbie's colors. Oh, in a way. Hi, Barbie. I feel like we went there. We took it there. Ooh. Okay, y'all. I think this is the look. So, yeah. Hi, Minx. Minx, how's your Saturday going? Hold on, I want to grab something. Ollie, I have your friends. I'm whispering something to her for Malcaroni. Look at my little puss. Look at my little puss. Okay, we're gonna see if she wants to be there. Hi, Leia. Hey, Leia. Hi, Leia. Wanna sit? You like the lip? Thank you so much, lady. And she's Goga, my baby's here. Will you sit? Will you sit for your friends? Do you want to lay down? Your rainbow is here. Is she gonna sit down? She yawned? That's a good idea. Oh, yay! The name in the corner, do you love? That's our star. That's my star. I love her. She's perfect. She's everything. She's everything to me. She sat. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go change. But I hope that you enjoy Leia. I hope that she stays there. She seems to like it. Do you like it there? Okay. I'm gonna BRB, but enjoy Leia. Hopefully she'll stay there, and I will see you soon. I'm just gonna go complete the look, and then we will chat a little after. Love you. Bye. Mwah. Ooh. Hello, all my loves. Have you been enjoying Leia? Have you been loving Leia? Isn't she nice? Or live, laugh, Leia-ing. It's true. Absolutely. Oh, she's so cute though. Okay, we're back. Hey. This is the same hair that I wore yesterday. I love it. I don't know, like, I feel like she's just had a transformation, you know? Ooh. It's very like Miss Piggy kind of hair. I love it. Just like sort of smooth, but did you just push Jabba the Hutt? Did she just push Jabba the Hutt? She's looking. She's like, did I just push him? Pretty blonde lady. Thank you so much, Dola. Hey, honey. She's like, what? Wow, toasted ravioli, what do you think? Ooh. I was inspired by the It Gets Better logo. Let's just take a look really quick here. I think I'm giving these colors, right? A bit of orange, a bit of pink, a bit of purple. I think I really went there. Too bad. Yeah, that's what Leia did. She knocked Jabba the Hutt off. She really is Leia. She defeated Jabba the Hutt, and now she's giving us her back. Yeah, she's giving us the cold shoulder. The necklace, isn't the necklace pretty? It's just a nice little shimmer. I also have some matching earrings that I can put on. Some matching earrings to put on. Actually, what if we have a little bit more time here? I look so pretty. Thank you so much, Tori. What if I just BRB just for a second and I'll put on some nails because we've got a little bit more time here on the It Gets Better channel. So I'll be right back. Enjoy Leia for one more moment. Hello. Isn't Leia cute? Okay, we're gonna put on some nails. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, perfect. Where are you going? Are you leaving? Are you leaving? Hi, baby. I can't even reach her. Okay. I've got some nails here. We'll put on a nail. Oh, she's left. Bye, Leia. That was some nice time that we got to spend with her, though. I think it was quite nice. Okay, we've got lots of nails here. Let me put on the earring now. Why not? Saw X trailer? Yes! I can't wait to see. The colors together make everything sparkle like the necklace. Yes. Thanks so much. A bit of sparkle on the earring. Okay, so we've got nail stickies. And these are a godsend. If you don't want to use nail glue, these are the best thing in the world. So you just stick them on. Just go down the hands. But yeah, I'm so grateful that the It Gets Better channel, well, the It Gets Better organization invited me to be on the channel, invited me to be an ambassador. It's so cool. Grateful. She's had enough for today. I know she's off to do her thing. You know, I told Lady Lay last night, it's very exhausting for her to be a cutie 24/7. So she needs to find tons of places to sleep and let a load off, you know? And Lady Lay said, I know it's exhausting. I can relate. So true, Lady Lay. She's like Nyan Cat with the rainbow tail. Ah, Nyan Cat's so cute. Did you notice that she has a little kink in her tail? She's such an individual. Okay, so we've got stickies on all of our nails, and then you just simply gorgeously peel off the top layer, and it is a full-on sticker ready to go. I'm just going with like a sensible kind of length. I love Leia's tail. Isn't it so cute? She is so cute, it like makes me sick. I wake up and I'm just like, where is she? Where is my cutie? I wish I was a real princess. I think we all feel like princesses. We all deserve to be princesses. Okay, 2 nails so far. Let's actually, maybe I should measure these before I peel them off, and I can't undo it. I'm concerned. Her vanquishing Jabba means she resents me, but it's okay. Why would she resent you? I think she loves you, clearly. I think she obviously loves you. She loves everyone here beautifully. You know? I think that Jabba was her captor, and she is feeling like a free woman. Like the Gaga song. And I'm happy for her. Because I am slug-like. I find that doubtful. Are you a crime lord? Are you surrounded by many aliens? Do you put women in chains? Leia's singing in there. She's saying you are not slug-like. I may have committed crimes. Okay. Against women? Have you sent a woman to the Rancor pit recently? Oh, I look pretty. Y'all, I think I popped off. I believe in a free Rancor society. I want Rancors to come back. Have they featured them at all in The Mandalorian? I haven't watched the second or the third season. As much as I love Star Wars, I haven't seen it. Rancors make us a comeback? No way. But he wasn't free. That's sad. Now I want to watch it. Why is that a thing? Hello! How are you doing? Love the hearts. Very slay. So if anyone that's here was not here with us earlier, earlier we were talking about coming out stories. Would anyone like to share theirs? If not, it's okay. Coming out is it's important to a lot of people, but for some people it's no big deal. And I think that everyone's story is inspiring in some kind of way, you know? Got my nails on. Get a pedicure, get your hair did. Okay. I don't know if I like the oval kind of shape, but it's fine. It doesn't always have to be your very favorite, you know? Okay, I've got unpainted nails. I got my French done. The colors and the lines and the gems, very nice. Thank you so much. I know it's sad, but I haven't. I don't want to ruin the vibe. That's totally fair. Sometimes you just have to do what's right for you, whether it's safety or comfort or whatever. I mean, in a way, if you're with your community, you've come out in a certain kind of perspective, and that's enough sometimes. Apparently asked my mother if she thought I was gay when I was like that in 5th grade or she thought I was gay because in 5th grade you looked at boys the way girls did, but actually came out much later. Interesting. She was always supportive, just wasn't ready to accept it until I got a little older. Yeah. Until you weren't able to accept it until you were older. Yeah, that's how some people are. Because I mean, it comes with being yourself and being honest. Comes with weight, a personal kind of weight, and for some people it's freeing, but for other people, and even for those same people, it just comes with, there's more that comes with it. You know, there's a societal perception thing. There's a self-love kind of thing. I think that's totally fair, Jules. You do your thing, whatever makes sense to you. There's no time limit, there's no time frame. It's just about you. I'm painting my nails lavender. Yeah, you can be yourself here no matter what. Oh, this color. This color, though? Pretty. I brought a woman home for the first time with no warning, just introduced her to my mom as my girlfriend, and that's pretty much it. I'm very lucky. Good for you, euphoric caramel. Sometimes it do just be that simple. I mean, that's nice. Some people are progressive, and it just works out that way. I love that. Not everybody, though, but hopefully times are getting better. Absolutely, Mel. Sometimes you're just looking for the right way to describe how you feel or what you think. Sometimes it's like you feel a certain way, but you have no words to put to it. I think that's like true for a lot of people because non-binary as a concept is a fairly recent kind of thing, at least in like the general like population, the general culture. I demanded a pink desk fan and easy bake oven when I was 4, so the writing was on the wall. I feel that. I feel that. Relatable. An easy bake oven. Did you use it? Okay, we're just gonna let this dry. I realized I was bi when I couldn't stop staring at a particularly large guy across the room in senior year. Took me a while to act on it, since I am apparently kinda more particular on the guys I like than the gals, and didn't go out of my way to date one over the other. But my mom was supportive and my dad accepted it. His love overwrote his apprehension. That's good. You have a gay fiance and you have a house together. You're living the dream, aren't you? I love that. Hi, Regina George. What do we think? Ooh, I'm wearing a nail. I was inspired by It Gets Better, the logo, the art, the assets. Do you think it comes across? Y'all, I got this purple nail polish and it's beautiful. I got it from a TJ Maxx on sale, and I fear I understand why it was there. It goes on a little lumpy. Not lumpy really, but like textury. Makes me think of the Sally Hansen Peep collection. How it went on like marshmallow. Your eyes use the logo color gorgeously. Thank you. Hi, Holly. Do I look pretty? Do I look nice? I'm painting my nails just to complete the look. A nice little lavender. Do you love? The OPI nail polishes just came out. Yeah, I actually saw them a few days ago, actually, Silas. It's a nice white, pink, blue, and yellow, I think. Beautiful. So pretty. There was this little set that came with a white and a pink, and I was like, do I get it? Do I get it? I really want it. But then I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it this time exactly. Maybe if it goes on sale, or maybe if I think about it. But they're so pretty. They are so pretty. You find very good stuff at TJ, but sometimes not. Yeah, exactly, Jules. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit more interesting here. So like a dark sort of tip. That's fun. I was hoping they were going to have a set so I could buy them for Kate as a gift. I only saw a set where it comes with the white and the pink, which is a nice set. Because you could definitely use those colors together, but I didn't see a set of all four. I think it was 4. Okay. Beers, look at that. Just some dark tips real quick. That's gonna be an interesting thing to try to do on this hand though, because I'm right-handed. So pray for me. Not so bad. I mean, I could sort of just like, yeah, control it with my finger rather than the brush. That works. We mana breast, exactly. Thank you, Dola, for the important links. If you want to learn more about It Gets Better as an organization, click on the link. That one was a little bit messier than I would have liked, but look at that. Purple nails. Yay. I think we look pretty hot. Could pull down the sleeves, maybe. I love this. I love that we were inspired by It Gets Better on the It Gets Better channel. Very, very nice. Very, very slay. Yeah, get into the mug. The orange at the inner eye. We've got sort of pink that goes into purple. Playing with your wig with wet nails. They're not really wet. Like, they dried pretty much instantly. And I'm also like touching the outside of the hair. I'm not like touching the inside. Not that it could go wrong, you know? Not that it couldn't go wrong, but I probably trust myself a little bit too much, you know? I always feel like I could let them dry for 5 hours and it's still not long enough. Even with OPI, these feel very dry. Like, obviously if I'd like scraped them, I feel like they would come apart, but yeah, it's not coming onto my finger. Clean fingers. Whenever I paint my nails, it feels like they're wet for a million years. That is fair. It can feel that way, but I feel like OPI like dries really fast. I have some MAC nail polishes, and honey, those take 24 hours total. Like, they'll be wet for days. Yeah, the texture, I completely agree. But for like a stream, like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna pop them off later. MAC polishes are so bad. Dola, you have some. I don't know how MAC spent years carrying nail polish, nail lacquer, and their formula was crap. They have some really pretty colors though, but crappy formula. Not good at all. I have a box. A train case, actually. I got a train case recently, and I put all of my nail polishes in there, and I have so many MAC ones. Too many, really. I've never used such drippy dookie as MAC polishes. I don't know how MAC got away with it. I really don't. Especially when, like, Estee and Clinique, their polishes aren't that bad. They're not that bad. I think our look came together, though. It gets better. It sure does. I love It Gets Better. The message, I think, is so powerful. And y'all, if any of you are struggling with your sexuality, with like people's responses to it, It Gets Better is a fantastic resource. I mean, look at me. I'm pretty inspiring. But also just on their website, you can get so much information and you can really leave feeling inspired. And that's why I'm so honored to be an ambassador for It Gets Better, and I am so looking forward to my next stream. Y'all, I'd mentioned it earlier, but I think I'm gonna tap someone super, super, super kind, supportive, inspiring, and just, I feel like effervescent is the right word. I'm gonna invite my mother onto the channel, and we're gonna have a little digital interview kind of moment. So I think it's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be very special, and I know she is so beyond proud of me as her queer child, but she's also led a very full life of being a queer ally, being so supportive and so amazing, and just loving queer culture. Like, she loves movies about gay people, movies about drag queens. She loves anything that has like a trans representation in it. She's like on top of it. Like, she watches all queer content, and I think that she's going to be really special to appear on here. So I'm excited. You got a quit question. Yes. How can we all help you? That's really nice, McGaggery. It's gonna be fierce. I think that she's just so special. And it's gonna be really, really, really cool. I feel like she has a lot to share, you know? So it should be cute. Hi, Dola. Hi, Dola Dar. So yeah, let's take a look, one last look at the mug. I feel like we popped off. Ooh. Earring. We've got earrings, we've got our necklace on. We love being beautiful on the It Gets Better channel. Absolutely we do. And yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. It's been so special. I am an ambassador for It Gets Better, and we go live on this channel once a month. So last month we had an It Gets Better Get Ready With Me makeup session, just like today's. Next month, we will have an interview with a very special guest. And who knows, in the future, I think we'll play some queer-centric games. I've heard some good things about Unpacking. Has anyone played Unpacking? That one looks really nice. And yeah, we're gonna have lots of fun on here, so make sure that you turn on notifications. You might see me again live soon. I always mention it on my own channel a day or two before to let y'all know where I'll be. I'm so grateful that y'all came over here to watch, and anyone new, my name is Deere, let's play what you fear. I'm gonna go live soon on my own channel, but for now, follow It Gets Better. You'll see tons of amazing content. Just Ryan was live yesterday playing DBD. Some interesting, cozy, cute vibes with DBD, something I'm very familiar with. And going forward, I'm sure that the channel will be live again soon with some amazing icons, so don't miss out. Anyway, thank you for joining me, everybody. Love you all so much, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Is that my star? Come here. Hey. We have someone that wants to say goodbye to It Gets Better. She wanted to say hi and also goodbye. Thank you for having us. It Gets Better, and everyone here. Love you all. It does get better, and see you around. Say bye, Leia. Bye-bye. She's saying goodbye. Love you all so much. See you next time. Mwah.